All right, guys, today I want to talk about disability income. So most of you know this, but for those of you who don't, disability is really designed to protect your ability to earn an income. And really, one of the big things that I want to emphasize with you is that many agents ask us about DI and seem to think that there's a level of complexity. Most DI reps tell us that the hardest part about selling DI is getting your client to believe they have a realistic chance of becoming disabled. So when we think about it, are you really properly communicating the risk of disability to your clients? And one of the things that you can tell them is that 68% of the private sector workforce has no long-term disability income insurance. And more importantly, 25% of today's 20-year-olds will become disabled before they retire. So this screams opportunity when you consider that most of the population has openly admitted that they have a concern about their ability to support themselves if they were to become disabled. So we as producers really need to understand that our job is so important in educating the clients and building a need, because we all know that the last thing on our client's mind is insurance. So part of building the need is offering realistic options. That's really what I want to talk to you guys today about and get to the guts of this. So we've got a sales tactic that we reviewed this last week in training. It's called the M.U.G plan. And what the M.U.G plan is it's an easy way for you to start selling more DI today. And one of the ways that I explain this to folks is from the words of one of our regional managers, Ray Smith. He loves to say, some taters are better than no taters. And that kind of sounds silly, but it's a great way to think about selling DI, especially when you're in the middle market. So there's only so many dollars to go around every month, and choosing how to spend them can be tough for your clients. So the M.U.G plan is designed to cover the essential expenses, which are mortgage, utilities, and groceries. So when you think of it in this simple way, it makes the discussion easier to have with your clients because you're not attacking a larger picture here. You're going after the essentials. So if you are a life insurance sales guy or a P&C sales guy, you can easily start generating DI sales immediately using this program. And so I want to walk you through some concepts of how you can do it. So let's do a little role play. Let's assume that you've just delivered a policy, and at the conclusion of your appointment, you simply ask, by the way, Mr. Jones, who takes care of your income protection? And he'll probably say, well, I don't know what you mean. Well, if you become totally disabled and couldn't work, who would pay you? Well, I don't have anybody that would pay me. Okay, well, I need to show you the M.U.G plan. And the M.U.G plan is an insurance policy that will provide you an income to pay your mortgage, utilities, and groceries if you become completely disabled and are unable to work. So all I need to know is how much you spend every month on those three expenses. So this simple approach, guys, allows you to start talking to your clients immediately about items that absolutely would impact them. So the concept of some taters are better than no taters is probably sinking in a bit right now, because we're attacking a part of their expenses to bring in DI as a solution. So I'm going to pull up a visual on the screen here, and you'll see there's two jobs, Job A and Job B. So Job A, you've got a monthly income of $3,000. Okay, if you become totally disabled and are unable to work, your monthly income becomes zero. Job B, okay, $2,950. It's less than a 2% reduction. And if you become totally disabled and unable to work, your income becomes $2,000. So I think most of you can see what the obvious decision would be. So that's another thing you can tell your clients is, would you be willing to take a less than 2% reduction in your pay to protect the income if you become disabled? I think the answer would be an obvious, overwhelming yes. So choosing a disability plan is easy for clients when you present it in a way that they can really internalize and believe in it. On top of being easy, putting them in a place that's almost easier is being able to offer it with no medical exam. So I think one of the big myths that agents have is that selling DI, you have to schedule another medical exam, and maybe that's something else you have to overcome from the client. So the M.U.G plan is designed to be able to offer the essential expenses, and more importantly, you can get it done quickly. So the default proposal that most guys use is listed here on the screen. So $2,000 a month in benefits, 2-year coverage period, and a 30-day elimination period. If you use that as your default and you take that at every policy delivery or proposal and you present the M.U.G plan, you're not only going to be able to have a great discussion, but if it's something they bite on, you can take the app right then and there and not have to schedule a medical exam. So it's a really, really good way to get your cross-selling increased. So I challenge every one of you guys to start asking at the end of every sale, Mr. Jones, who takes care of your income protection? And I promise you that every time you ask this, and if you do it consistently, you're going to increase your DI sales and you're going to grow your agency. So if there's any questions that you guys have on implementing this, getting appointed with DI carriers, running the illustrations, how to do the proposals, call us, email us, let us know what we can do to help you, and we'll absolutely get you guys up to speed and selling DI quickly. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.